Okay, guys. So this is right. Me. This is me. I am right back, right over here, guys. So basically, guys. Most of all, guys. You know what I'm saying. Most of all, I have to say, and I have to re-announce, guys. People would really want to judge based on their opinions, just to really talk about, and state about, the things that they can't even like comprehend, or even like contemplate their own thoughts. Like, this is amazing, guys. Like, it's insane. Guys, it's amazing to see how the world has changed. So I would just want to reevaluate. So I just want to reevaluate, about the conceptual processes that many humans don't even realize. So, let me just explain it to y'all in a geographical sense, okay, guys? So, first of all, if you would ever want to consider like getting the best food and the best quality meals, you should go to Mexico for that, you know. And if you want ever consider, having the best music and taste like that, then you should, people go to Brazil for that, guys, that's what I'm just basically saying. So overall, if you ever want to get the best food quality out there in the world, you should choose Mexico. If you would ever want to choose the best quality over music, it should be Brazil. Go to Brazil, guys. Brazilian music, or just listen to Brazilian music. If you ever wanted to experience the most vintage places, guys, this could be Italy. Yeah, Italy. The most romantic sounding language out there could be French, you know? Even more, furthermore. Yeah. And thus, if you'd ever want to consider like, learning more languages, then just learn some more languages. It's not that bad if you already know like at least one Romance language, which is Spanish, of course. you know oh, by the way, guys, if you ever consider visiting the most hatred places, guys, I'm not talking about violent crimes or anything like that. If you would ever try to like be conformative about like going to places that people argue a lot, they talk trash, then that's where Romania kicks in, guys. Okay. If you would ever want to go to a place that has the most vivid and the colorful view nearby the sea, something that's like best all over around, then that should be Portugal, guys. And the best place where people could have the most diverse community out there in Europe is gonna be Spain. That's what I'm just saying, guys. I know a lot of stuff about it. If you would ever want to visit the most neon, the one with the most statues, the one with the most reflective lights, then you should go to visit Azerbaijan. Yeah, Azerbaijan. If you've ever heard of that place. But be careful out there. It might be horrendous out there, depending on what traffic you're loaded in, or what you're intervening in. And yeah, basically, guys. It's just more. It's full of a hassle. But yeah. And then, is there anything else I gotta say? Well, nope. But yeah. Oh yeah, and if you'd ever consider, going to one of the places with the best actors, then that should be USA, guys. The best, what's it called? The best boxers is North America. Okay. The places with the best Filipinos are in Canada, and Indians as well. I just want you to point that out. The hardest language is in China. The second hardest Romance language is Romania. The easiest Romance language is Spanish. The most nasal language is Portuguese for Romance. But yeah, that shouldn't be, it shouldn't be so hard for me to explain to y'all, guys. But that's just the gist of it. But yeah, well. Okay, guys. So I just want to point y'all out this, guys. And I also want to like state, every Romance languages, they're kind of easy to understand. But if you would rather like, learn a piece of, easier languages, then you should just better go off to like German languages, and what's it called? Oh yeah, basically German languages, Dutch language, and things like that, guys. I don't really know about those languages, but yeah, guys, just keep striving it, guys. But the most important moral of the lesson is that you have to learn what's more useful in the language, guys. So, for example, if you don't know Spanish, or if you're not proficient in Spanish just like me, then just learn Spanish, guys. Man, we're out here in Texas, guys. We need a lot of Spanish speakers. I mean, we already have some, although we just need more, guys. Well, yeah, I think y'all already know that, guys. Wow, there's so many bugs out here, but yeah, guys. Hopefully, guys, I'll try to I'll soon plan to get out of high school, guys, and probably maybe learn like 2 or 3 more languages. It shouldn't take that long, but yeah, guys, I'm just a normal guy here, guys. But yeah, I'm not gonna try to hate on people, but I just do whatever it's the best for myself. But yeah, that's just basically it, guys. Soap. See you next time, guys. Yep.